We strong.
Good day, kids! This is Doc V for the new lesson in English 5. Okay, again, it's English 5, Quarter 3, Week 3, Most Essential Learning Competencies. The topic is restating sentences and summarizing information from various text types. Before we proceed to our lesson, please, I would like to request everyone to please subscribe and click the notification bell for more updates of videos. Thank you. Thank you, kids. This time, after going through this lesson, you are expected to restate sentences heard in one's own words and summarize information from various text types. Restating an idea is saying it in another terms or words. A restatement uses different sentence formation. In restating an idea, do not change the word per word structure of the text. Instead, organize the thoughts in mind and come up with putting it together in own words in a different way. Let's take a look on the example about original passage and the restated passage. Okay? So here, let us read first the original passage. Okay? As stated in Animal Planet, the hippopotamus is the third largest land mammal. After elephants and rhinoceroses, it grows up to 16 feet long and 5 feet tall. An average female hippo can weigh around 1,400 kilograms and a hippo male can weigh about up to 4,500 kilograms according to San Diego. Here, the restated passage here, as you can see, started with hippopotamus is the third largest land mammal after elephants and rhinoceroses, as said by the Animal Planet. It can get bigger by 16 feet long and 5 feet tall. According to San Diego, a female hippo can normally weigh up to 1,400 kilograms compared to a male hippo, which may gain up to 4,005 kilograms. Okay? The strategies used in the example above is restating idea are as follows. First, start your first sentence in different point from that of the original text. In the example shown above, notice that we started by introducing the topic about hippopotamus, then followed by the supporting statements of the topic. The essential information are cited in a completely different manner. Okay, second, use synonyms. Synonyms are words or phrases with the same meaning. In the example above, observe the use of synonyms like gross, bigger, average, normal, and you can also use a thesaurus as your reference in finding synonyms of a word. However, don't overdo the use of some of the same words as the original text is still acceptable. So these are the two strategies. The first two strategies, you start your sentence with different point from the original text. Kung nagsimula yung original text sa verb or sa ibang words, you have to start your sentence in different portion, in different point from that original text. Tapos, gumamit tayo ng synonyms. Anong synonyms? Yung synonyms that synonyms are words with the same or almost the similar meaning. Okay? So, we can use also thesaurus. Pero nga sinasabi rito na huwag daw masyadong ibahin ang lahat ng mga terms kasi nag-iiba ang meaning. Okay? Nag-iiba ang meaning niyan. So, next one. For third, modify the sentence structure. For instance, if the sentence was originally in the active voice, change it to passive. An active voice is when a sentence is led by the subject, the thing doing the action, when the object or the thing receiving the action leads the sentence. That sentence is written in the passive voice. So here is the original passage, and let us read this one. As stated in Animal Planet, the hippopotamus is the third largest land mammal after elephants and rhinoceroses. For restated passage, as you can see here, started with hippopotamus is the third largest land mammal after elephants and rhinoceroses as said by the Animal Planet. Look at the difference between the original passage and the restated passage. Here started at, as you can see, the original active voice becomes passive voice if it starts with the active or vice versa. Okay? Then, for the fourth one, you have to classify information and have it in separate sentences. Although restating sentences will usually result in a word count about the same as the original text, you may try to consider the number sentences to make the text different. Okay, so you have to classify the information and have it in separate sentences. Then, and the example above, as I have shown you the example, one long sentence was divided into two. The opposite could also be the case. For instance, if the original text is composed of two sentences, you may combine the information into one. Okay, so in the fourth one, classify the information and have it in separate sentences. As you can see there, if the original text is composed of two sentences, you may combine the information into one. And if this long sentences, you have to classify the information and make it what? Make it shorter or make it in different way. Okay? In contrast, summarizing is a brief overview of an entire discussion or passages. Read. People often summarize to emphasize important points of certain text. When you summarize, too much details and examples may be removed, for this will distract the readers from the most important information. Again, in contrast, summarizing is a brief overview of an entire discussion or passages read. People often summarize to emphasize the important points of certain texts. When you summarize too much details and examples may be removed, for this will distract the readers from the most important information. So I have here the chart that can be used to summarize the essential ideas of a passage. So start with the main idea. Main idea and the supporting details here, like that. So what do you mean by main the main idea. The main idea is the topic about the main topic of the lesson or any text. Okay? And supporting details, ito yung mga detalye na sumusuporta doon sa general idea or the main topic of the passage. Like that. Okay, here is an example of original passage here. Okay, let us read. Philippine eagles are well adapted to life in thick, mountainous forests. Their short, broad wings and a squared-off tail enable them to rise vertically between trees. They can move around with speed and agility through branches and vines. They can skillfully snatch monkeys, birds, and other mammals from trees. They have taloned feet and tear meat with sharp hook or beaks. Sharp hook beaks. Okay, to get the main points of the passage, use the technique given above. First is here, the main idea. The main idea there, you can find the main idea at the first sentence of the paragraph or text. Okay, the main idea here, Philippine eagles are well adapted to mountainous forests. This is the main idea. As you can see here, you can find the main idea at the first sentence of the paragraph. Okay? Then the details. Okay, speed and agility, broad wings and squared off tail, skillful. These states support the idea of the main idea. So these are the supporting details. It's about the Philippine eagles. Okay, because the main idea here, the Philippine eagles are well adapted to mountainous forests. So the supporting details here support the ideas about the Philippine eagles. Okay, then after noting the important points, summarize the original passage. So you have jot down all the important points here, the three supporting details. Then after that, you have to summarize the original passage. Okay? For summarized passage here, as you can see, Philippine eagles are well adapted to mountainous forests. Their broad wings and squared-off tail make them move with speed and agility to skillfully survive. Okay, then a clearer picture between the two skills is shown in the table below. These are the table. In restating, as you can see here, you are saying the same idea but with your own words. You can choose how much to restate. You are clarifying the statement. Okay, dito naman sa restating, gagamit kayo ng the same idea sa sarili nyong words. You can choose how much to restate. Nasa iyo mismo kung paano mo i-restate ang sentence or ang idea doon para medyo maliwanag din ang picture, okay? You are clarifying the statement. Ibig sabihin, pwede mo i-modify, make it simple para mas paliwanag, direct na pagpapaliwanag tungkol sa isang bagay, sa isang text na gusto mong na topic. Okay? Then in summarizing, you are telling the important points of passage. You must include important ideas. You are compressing the statement. So, dito sa summarizing, nakita natin kanina, 'di ba, ang ginawa natin, mahaba yung for example, ang text ay sobrang haba. To summarize it up, you have to tell the important points of the passage. you must include the important ideas, then you compress the statement. Okay? So, anong pagkakaiba ng restating? Dito, tingnan nyo ha, yung two skills na ginawa, yung in restating and summarizing. Ulitin ko, sa restating, you are saying the same idea, but with your own words. Okay? And you are clarifying also the statement. In summarizing, you are telling the important points of a passage, then you must include important ideas, you are compressing the statement. So, kino-compress mo, pinapaikli mo, sinasummarize mo para pero maliwanag ang in summarizing. Again, restating naman, gumagawa ka ng sarili mong sentences, tapos, imamodify mong statement o kaya gagamit ka ng mga na words or synonyms para doon. Tapos, pag two sentences, gagawin mong isa, subalit sa iyong sariling terms or words or statement. Okay, here we have here exercises. Restate the following sentences in your own words. Write the answers on a paper or on your notebook. First one, the space shuttle has a robot arm. It helps move things into and out of the shuttle. It can also hold an astronaut who is working in space. Mars rovers are robots. They drive around on the land. So, you have to restate this one. Then, number 2, 3, NASA rovers or NASA rovers are on Mars. Two of them are still working. Stardust was first robot sent to Comet. It brought bits of the comet back to Earth in January 2006. Then sa third one, in the past, robots have helped NASA explore. Today, they are still significant to NASA or NASA. In the future, robots will be used to help return humans to the moon and to travel to Mars and beyond. So, dito, pag nag-restate kayo, children, di ba nag-start dito, space shuttle has a robot arm. It helps. So, ang gagawin nyo lang, gumawa kayo ng sarili nyong statement. Tulad nito, gagawin nyong, restate nyo, tulad ng ginawa kanina sa ibang pinakita kong mga halimbawa. Diba, pag ito ay active voice, gawin mong passive. Pag passive voice, gawin mong active. So, dito, ano ba ang tinutukoy dito? It's about about space shuttle. Ito, sa unang statement, space shuttle, robot din siya. Tapos, dito sa isa naman, it can also hold astronaut. Anong tinutukoy niya about the robot also? Tapos, Mars rovers are robots also. They drive around in the land. So, ang gagawin nyo lang, i-restate nyo, restatement nyo yan. Paano ba? Paano i-restatement? May mga steps kanina na susundin nyo, di ba? Yung mga sinunod-sunod nyo. For example, yung pinakita ko kanina, na tungkol doon sa pag-restate. So, it's about the robot. Next, now, three NASA rovers are on Mars. Two of them are still working. Stardust was first robot sent to a comet. It brought bits of the comet back to Earth in January 2006. Then, the third one, in the past, robots have helped NASA explore. Today, they are still significant to NASA. In the future, robots will be used to help return humans to the moons and to travel Mars beyond. Ayan, i-restate nyo lang yan kung paano yung kanina na it's about kung nagsimula siya sa active voice, gagawin mong passive voice. So, alam naman natin, pag nagsimula, yung may mga steps naman tayo na tinukoy kanina, di ba? May mga steps kanina na tinukoy. Susundan nyo lang yan. Okay? Para lang maliwanag. So, tulad dito. Ito naman. Read the passage below. Find the main idea of the text and look for the supporting details that explains the main idea. Use the chart below and write the answers on a paper or in a notebook. So here, example for this text. Television has good effects as well as harmful ones. The violent crime-filled pictures shown on television may contribute to an impression that the world is evil. It may result in a fearful or negative view on the world. The television commercials urging us to buy various goods may create a feeling of dissatisfaction in us if we fail to buy their goods, which the television advertisement tells us that everybody has. Okay? So, the main idea here, what is the main idea? It's about the television has good and harmful effects. So that is the main idea here. You're going to write television has good and harmful effects. Okay? So you have to support the ideas given there, the main idea. The first supporting detail is that the violent crime-filled pictures shown on television may contribute to an impression that the world is evil. That's the supporting details there. Then the second one, it may result in a fearful or negative view of the world. Okay? Then the third one is that the supporting details for the third one, the television commercials urging us to buy various goods may create a feeling of dissatisfaction in us if we fail to buy their goods, which the television advertisement tells us that everybody has. Do you understand? Okay, so at first, the main idea, the effects, the good effects, and the harmful effects of television, or television has good and harmful effects. Then the supporting details, the details that support the television about the good and the harmful effects. Yung sinabi ko na kanina. Okay, basta tandaan, ang main idea ay makikita palagi sa unahan. Usually, generally, karamihan, ang main idea ay nakikita sa unahan ng paragraph or any text. Kalimitan, or we say karamihan. Meron din naman sa gitna, pero at sa hulihan, pero talaga kalimitan nasa unahan ang main idea. Okay? Then, this one, another one. Summarize the statements below. Write the answers on the paper. So, ito naman, paikliin natin. We have to know the main idea and the details, the details of the idea, paiksiin lang natin. For example, here, number 1, long ago, people spent their lives roaming in search of food. They went from place to place looking for wild plants. They hunted and fished wild animals. Then people found they could tame certain animals. They learners to grow plants, or they learned to grow plants such as rice and wheat. People stopped roaming and settled down as farmers. So it is, you're going to summarize this statement. So long ago, for example, you have to, the first one is the main idea. So long ago, people spent lives roaming in search for food. So long ago, people spent their lives roaming for food, searching or roaming in search for food. They went from place to place for wild plants, hunted and fished wild. For example, here, they went from place to wild plants. They hunted and fished wild animals. Then people found they could tame certain animals. They learned to grow plants such as rice and wheat. People stopped roaming and settled down as farmers. So, classify muna natin. Ano ba ang gagawin? Una, tingnan natin ang main idea. Tapos yung uh, supporting details. Ang supporting details ay una went from place to place looking for wild plants. So, afterwards, anong ginawa nila? Hunted and fished. Tapos, they could also tame certain animals and they learned to grow plants and rice and wheat. Then, they settled as farmers. So, ang gagawin nyo lang, paiksiin nyo lang. For example, here, long ago, people spent their lives roaming in search for food. They went from place to place looking for. They went from place to place, hunted, looking for food, hunted and fished. Hunted and fished. Then they could tame certain animals and they grow plants such rice and wheat. Then settle down as farmers. Papaikliin nyo lang. Itong dalawang sentences or mahabang pangungusap na ito, hahanapin nyo lang ang halimbawa, pag-iisahin nyo yan para maging masummarize nyo. Yung mga habang salita, the learners grow plants, ganun. Ang gagawin nyo lang ay aalamin nyo lang ang main, pinaka-topic dyan. Ito yung pinaka-topic, di ba, about people long ago, their wanderers. Tapos, yun nga, yung mga supporting details, pag-iisahin nyo yun. Okay? Likewise, in number 2, 3, and also number 3. So here, another one. The first farmers planted seeds simply by scattering them on the ground, which was quite wasteful. Some seeds were blown away. Birds ate some seeds that remained on the soil surface. Still, farmers used this method of planting for hundreds of years. So dito, ang main idea rito, 'di ba? Una, ano bang main idea dyan? To. What is the main idea? Planting the first farmers planted seeds by what? By scattering on the ground. Yun ang unang. Tapos, main idea. Paano mag-plant? How the first farmer planted seeds. This is the main idea. The first farmers planted seeds simply by scattering on the ground, and then the supporting details there. Some weeds were blown away. Birds ate some seeds that remained on the soil surface. Still, farmers use this method on planting for hundreds of years. So, paikliin nyo lang. Basta alam nyo main idea, yung supporting details, pag-iisahin nyo para yung mahabang detalye, gagawin yung dalawang sentences, pag-iisahin nyo. Then, paano ba maisa yan? Siyempre, aalamin nyo muna, di ba? May tinuro ako sa inyo kanina, kung paano ang mag-summarize. Una main, then the supporting details. Okay? Kayo na ang gagawa nito sa number 3. Basta alam nyo naman ang gagawin nyo tungkol dito pag-summarize. Okay. Another passage. You have to Restate the text in your own words. Write the answer in a paper or your notebook. Climate is the overall state of weather in place over a long period of time. Climates have changed over time in Earth's history. Climate change may be due to changes in amount of energy from the sun or the amount of dust in the atmosphere. In recent years, scientists have discovered that temperatures are gradually rising around the world. This trend is known as global warming. It is important to learn more about how climate changes because it affects the environment of life. So, what is this? What is the main idea in here? So this is the climate is over state of weather over a long period of time, and what 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 supporting details. These are the supporting details. So all you have to do is to restate the text. So start with here. You can start with um, start here with climate. So you can restate the the text in your own words. Paano ba? Basta iibahin nyo. Gagamit kayo ng synonyms, gagamit kayo ng thesaurus, dictionaries, at hahanap kayo. Pero, dapat, ang clear picture ay nandyan. Ibig sabihin yan, dapat, kung ano ang idea na pinapahiwatig dyan, ang gawin nyo lang in your own words. Okay? Good. Read the article below and answer the question that follow on the paper. So, let us read this one. All together, let us read. On this age of technology, sources of information include both print and non-print materials. You have the choice which to use. So you should know how these materials are different from each other. Print materials refer to all paper publication in printed form. Examples of these are published books, journals, magazines, newspapers, dictionaries, and encyclopedias. All of these you can hold and grab. You can scan through their pages and read the contents conveniently. It is said that they are reliable and affordable for most people who value these resources. On the other hand, non-print materials are those that have special formats to information information they give can only be accessed or reached by using machines or digital equipment like computers, tablets, tablets, and cellular phones. Examples of these materials are e-books, e-journals, e-photographs, compact discs, records, slides, videos, and films. This can relay information faster. Now the choice is yours. So here, these are the questions. What are the main idea of the article? What are the main idea of the article? So the main idea, the sources of information. Okay? Sources of information, both print and non-print materials. Both in print and non-print materials. So this is, and you can find the main idea on the first sentence of the paragraph. Okay? So what is the main idea again here? Sources of information, both print and non-print materials. What are the sources of technology to gather information? So you can also answer there. The two sources are print and non-print materials. So how do these two sources differ from each other? So here, anong pagkakaiba ng dalawang sources? Yung print materials, it's about printed publication or to all paper publication in printed form. These are the published books, journals, magazines, newspapers, dictionaries, and encyclopedias. And you can scan this their pages, and you can read that contents conveniently. Whereas for non-print materials, these are the information that only access or reach by using machines like your computer, through or digital equipment like computers, tablets, and cellular phones. So these are the examples. What are the examples of these materials like ebooks, e-journals, e-photographs, compact disc, record slides, videos, and films. And these are the two sources and how they differ from each other. Okay? Then write the best summary you can for the article above. So, ang gagawin nyo lang, paikli nyo. For example, uh, there are two sources of information. These are print and non-print materials. Print materials refer to all the people, publication, and printed form. And and non-print materials are those that have special formats that can only be accessed or reached by using machines or digital equipments like computers. Or you can put that until here, like computers, tablets, and cellular phones. That's it. You summarize it already. Okay? Do you understand now? Good. So another one, the direction you have to watch or listen to news broadcast or on television or radio. Restate the news broadcast watched or heard in your own words. Write the answer on your paper or notebook. Dito naman, kayo ay manonood o makikinig ng news broadcast sa television or sa radio. Tapos, ang gagawin nyo, i-restate nyo yung inyong napanood at narinig. Okay? Another direction, read the passage below, use the chart learned in getting the important points of the text, and write the summarized statement. Answer the activity on a paper or your notebook. So let us read all together, okay? Water shortage is becoming a serious problem in the city because of the growing population. Then that is why the city government has to take concrete steps to address it. One solution is to make more water available through recycling. The building of more desalination plants may be done, but it is very expensive. Another solution that the city officials are doing now is educating the people so they do not waste water. Meanwhile, there are also a move of the government to protect existing water supplies from being polluted. There are some more ideas to help solve the problem, but maybe the ultimate solution is that everyone must become actively involved. So the main idea is about the water shortage that becoming a serious problem of the growing population. You can see here the main idea here in the first paragraph. Then the supporting details. What are the supporting details? The supporting details is that um, government has to take concrete steps to address it. Then paano? Another supporting details is through make water available through recycling and building the desalination plants also. Then another solution is educating the people so they do not waste water, and also protect the existing water supplies and help the problem. So, these are the main idea. So, alamin nyo ano ang main idea, ano yung mga supporting details na sinasabi ko kanina, tapos sasummarize nyo na yon. Okay, ilalagay nyo na yun, i-summarize nyo na, paikliin nyo na. Basta alamin nyo na ano ang main idea. Ayan ang problem, water shortage, itong pinaka-serious problem in the city. Tapos yung supporting details, so ano ang mga steps na ginagawa. So the city government, concrete steps to address it. Tapos ano yung ina-address nila? Ito na yung supporting, through recycling, building of desalination plants, ano pa, educating the people not to waste water. Ayun, pwede na yon. Tapos, saka nyo na ilalagay ang pagsasummarize nyo na. Yung mga sinulat nyo rito, isummarize nyo na rito. Kasi dito naman, nakikita na lahat. Kasi sinusupport yung main idea. Maliwanag po? Okay, very good. So for that, thank you so much, kids, for being with me to our discussion, of course. And I hope that everybody understand the lesson. And as I said a while ago, please subscribe my channel, and there is a notification bell there. You have to click it. Okay? So that's it. Goodbye, kids. See you again next video.